Let me salute Dr. Zakir Naik for daring to lock horns with the mighty empire, the British Empire, and challenging their arrogance. I'm glad that we have an Indian who's not timid and who's not going to take these insults that they're hurling at us day in and day out lying down. So I salute his audacity, which comes from his iman, from the truth which is there in every pore of his being. It is that makes him stand up and say things to the bully the way it is. If he had any gray spot in his heart, he wouldn't have risked locking horns with these bullies who have the means and the power to lock you in and throw away the keys. Human history has been a witness to unspeakable deeds of barbarism that have been unleashed by the Western nations against the world. Ladies and gentlemen, these are dangerous times. The world is becoming the most entertained and the least informed world. I thought the United States was the most entertained and the least informed, but slowly and surely the world is catching up and India is not far behind. I think we as Indians owe it to our brother, who is our national pride, who is our prized treasure, that we ask those who accuse him to look at the facts sanely, and as Majid Bhai says, to err is human. Maybe an individual there has erred. We do not want to put the entire nation into the dock for the misdeeds of a handful of people. We cannot reduce human beings to stereotypes. We cannot reduce a nation or the community to a single story. Because when we do that, we do the same mistake what they have done. They call Dr. Naik a warmonger. Well, history knows who is the warmonger. The Western nations, the United States, backed with the United Kingdom, did not give a tinker's damn for the world opinion and bombarded Iraq when the UN was screaming that you don't have evidence that there are weapons of mass destruction. What happened thereafter? You killed people, shed blood, and what did you find there? No evidence to say that there was any weapons of mass destruction. So are you going to believe in the opinions of those people who have the means to lie, buy wordsmiths, get newspapers, have television networks on their side to market their lies and hang a man like him, like Dr. Naik? I would say no. It is the same United States of America when it bombarded Afghanistan. They bombed Al Jazeera because Al Jazeera was bringing you images of the bloodshed of the people of Afghanistan. It is not my opinion. It was Howard Zinn, an extraordinary American who had the courage to point out to the world that it was the United States of America that bombarded the television network of Al Jazeera, because Al Jazeera was bringing images to the world showing how the people of Afghanistan were suffering. Are we going to become victims of these people who decide at the drop of the hat whom they're going to call terrorists and whom they're not going to call terrorists? I think no. I stand squarely behind my brother, and I stand behind every such person who doesn't take the opinion which are dished out by governments to suit their politics. The first law of journalism, sir, is governments lie. And as responsible journalists, it's your duty to not become victims of state propaganda. The world has suffered enormously for the last 10 years because all responsible journalists, including you, lapped up what was dished out to you by them. If you do not have the means to question, say I don't know, it is more decorous for a man to say I don't know. A person who knows that he does not know can be taught. There is humility. But a person who does not know and pretends that he knows can do enormous harm. So I think as responsible people of the media, it is your duty to your fellow human being, to your fellow Indian, who stands here with dignity, that he gets a fair deal. And it's not fitting for the nation and a government who stands up for a celebrity like Shah Rukh Khan, when he has come into trouble in the United States, they must also stand up for Dr. Zakir Naik and plead his case. That's all I have to say. Thank you.